You don't hear an explosion, no alarms, no sirens, nothing breaks the silence. The air feels clean. The buildings stand perfectly still. Nature looks calm, almost peaceful. And that's the lie. Because the moment you cross the line, something invisible begins tearing your body apart at a cellular level. You won't feel pain. You won't feel fear. Your body won't warn you. And by the time you realize something is wrong, it's already inside you. When people think of the most dangerous places on Earth, they imagine extremes. Active volcanoes, war zones, frozen wastelands, predators waiting to attack. But the most dangerous place on Earth doesn't look like any of those. There is no fire, no chaos, no visible threat, just silence. So today, we're not asking what might happen in theory. We're asking something far more disturbing. What would actually happen if you entered the most dangerous place on Earth? Minute by minute, hour by hour, and long after you leave. The road leading here feels wrong, not because it's broken, but because it's empty. No traffic, no voices, no signs of daily human life. Nature has begun reclaiming everything. Trees break through asphalt. Vines crawl up abandoned buildings. It feels like the world stopped paying attention to this place. As you get closer, warning signs begin to appear. Again, and again, and again. Different languages, same message. Stop. Do not enter. But curiosity is powerful. And from the outside, nothing looks dangerous. You cross the line. Nothing happens. No shock, no pain, no sudden change. Your brain relaxes almost immediately. This is where most people would think maybe the danger was exaggerated. And that single thought is what makes this place lethal. Because the threat here is not something your senses evolved to detect. It's not heat. It's not sound. It's not movement. It's radiation. Every step you take disturbs decades-old dust. Tiny particles rise into the air invisible to the eye. They settle on your clothes, your skin, your hair. Some are harmless, others are radioactive. And once they enter your body, they don't simply leave, they embed. Scientists estimate that some radioactive materials in this area will remain dangerous for over 24,000 years. That's longer than all of recorded human history. The most dangerous thing you can do here? Touch something. A door handle, a desk, a piece of abandoned equipment. Many of these objects absorbed radiation for years. They don't look dangerous. But in certain rooms, radiation levels can spike to hundreds of times higher than what the human body is considered safe to handle. In some spots, just a few minutes of exposure equals the radiation dose of hundreds of medical X-rays. Time didn't heal these objects, it charged them. After half an hour, you feel fine. Your breathing is steady, your heart rate is normal, your body gives you no warning. This is where the illusion becomes complete. Because radiation doesn't start with pain, it starts with DNA. Radiation doesn't poison you like chemicals do. It breaks molecular bonds. Inside your cells, DNA strands begin to snap. Some cells die instantly. Others survive, but damaged. And when damaged cells divide, those mistakes are copied. That's how long-term damage begins. Silently, invisibly, irreversibly. Even low doses scientists have confirmed can increase cancer risk years later because radiation damage doesn't disappear. It accumulates. After several hours, something changes, not in how you feel, but in what you're carrying. Your clothes are now contaminated. Your shoes trap radioactive dust. Your backpack collects particles. Even if you leave now, you will take part of this place with you. And that's where the real danger begins. The air looks clean. But radioactive particles bind to dust and moisture. Each breath pulls microscopic fragments deep into your lungs. Some lodge permanently in tissue, others enter the bloodstream. From there, they travel. Organs, bone marrow, cells that constantly divide, the exact places where radiation causes the most damage. Humans trust pain. If something hurts, we react. If it doesn't, we relax. This place exploits that weakness. There is no immediate punishment, only delayed consequences, which makes it far more dangerous than fire, predators, or extreme weather. At this point, the truth becomes unavoidable. The most dangerous place on Earth is not theoretical, it's real. And you are standing inside Chernobyl, the site of the worst nuclear disaster in human history. A place that never truly stopped being dangerous. The explosion happened in 1986, but radiation doesn't follow headlines. Some radioactive elements decay quickly. Others remain dangerous for hundreds, even thousands of years. Chernobyl didn't become safe. It became quiet. Nearby stands Pripyat, once home to nearly 50,000 people. Schools, hospitals, families, evacuated in less than 36 hours. People were told they would return in a few days. They never did. Apartments still contain personal belongings. Children's toys lie where they were left. Calendars frozen on the same year. Time didn't move forward here. It stopped. You leave the zone. Nothing happens. No symptoms, no pain, no sign anything went wrong. This is the most dangerous moment of all. Because radiation sickness rarely appears immediately. In many documented cases, health effects showed up years later, long after people believed they were safe. Cells damaged during exposure may begin malfunctioning months, or even decades later. Radiation exposure increases the risk of cancer, organ failure, immune system collapse, genetic mutations, not guaranteed, but permanent, and the uncertainty follows people for life. Every illness becomes a question. Every medical test brings fear. There's another cost most people don't talk about. Knowing something invisible harmed you, without knowing how much. Chernobyl doesn't just damage bodies, it haunts minds. There are places on Earth that kill instantly, but Chernobyl is different. It lets you leave. It lets you believe you survived. And that's what makes it more dangerous than volcanoes, storms, or predators. Because the threat doesn't stay behind. It follows you home. The most dangerous places on Earth aren't the ones that destroy you immediately. They're the ones that damage you quietly and let you walk away believing you survived. Chernobyl looks peaceful now, almost beautiful, but beneath that silence is a reminder humanity will never escape. Some places don't need explosions anymore. They've already done their damage, and they're still doing it.